with those college students that I saw on TV. But my classmates that I saw in the lab and around the University Union, I didn't know if I had what they had. I think addressing that self-doubt was a part of, swinging for the fence and trying to go get an engineering degree, not just go to college, but get an engineering degree and then go do something challenging and technical like flying. Apollo is known for sending humans to the moon. Artemis has an opportunity to continue the Apollo story, but I actually think it's important for this story to stand on its own. Artemis is a new program, and we're trying to do new things. And it's great to compare and contrast. When you look at our spaceship, you can see parts that were designed, built, and integrated in another country. When you look at our crew, you see that our crew is international. There are also men and women. And I just think that comparing and contrasting makes the story even richer. The piloting role specifically, I will have an hour and a half or so where I get to fly the spacecraft by hand. We haven't flown that many spaceships.
Welcome everybody. So, Artemis 2, about to launch. I guess I just joined. So far it looks promising. That's what I saw at least.
Because I'm focused. What we do, this is very serious and it's very risky. And we are all intimately familiar with that risk. And so if we go out there and we're successful and we can pass that baton on to Artemis 3, that's something to really be excited about.
I tell a story, which is one that my dad told me before the Apollo missions.
Good.
He was just a very
All right.
boy. He was looking up at the
Well, yeah, we're watching the official NASA stream,
we'll never get there. Fast forward,
giving some,
70 years later,
of course, pre-show, let's say.
that's actually going there. And I think that
I guess launch is still planned for 20 minutes after midnight, something like that.
If you just believe in it and are willing to work hard and come together to achieve it. My name is Christina Cook, and I'm a mission specialist for NASA's Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
So we're just sitting here chilling.
And my dreams as a kid, I definitely never thought
Let's see
I would actually get here.
what's gonna happen.
Very pragmatic. Even though I'm a dreamer, I knew
Fingers
that the
crossed.
odds were way against me again, so I might as well do something I'm loving in the meantime. I definitely loved science and math in school and, did pretty well in those things, but I also loved being active. I was always outside. I loved things that made me feel small. I loved looking at the night sky, oftentimes between the pine tree branches, or I loved the ocean. North Carolina also has mountains, and when we would go there, I just loved the vastness of all of those things. I loved how they made me feel and what they made me think about, and the vastness of the universe and how much out there was to learn. I'm drawn to exploring. I'm drawn to challenges that involve both mental and physical, and I'd much rather be solving problems wearing a whole lot of equipment and in a harsh environment, and that's just something.
So, hey, welcome.
Since I was a kid.
Momentum. Moin moin.
Thinking about the fears or challenges that I've had to overcome.
Anybody said lunch? I just created a channel, a voice channel on my Discord, and I named it the Lounge Lounge. I find it quite funny.
Getting on a plane and going to the Antarctic.
Yeah, welcome
Going
guys.
to study abroad in Ghana.
Glad that you joined. Let's see if we can get a show tonight or not.
Strapping myself onto a rocket.
We'll see.
And so for me, I think that
I have my hopes up.
Challenge, recognizing that if people believe in you and you believe they believe in you, challenges seem always a little bit easier. To me, the moon, it represents history. It is a.
By the way, if I'm looking up,
looking
at your chat messages up here.
Is still written on the moon. Every single person has looked at the moon their entire lives. We see the same.
What is your
it's just the
take? Do we make it? Do we launch? Everything will go good? I made a little questionnaire on my YouTube channel, and so far it's 77% yes, 23 nope. And who joined? Stefan, welcome.
Because I went back to it so many times in my childhood, and I would look at that image, and I know it had a
Setting
huge
up the
impact
microphone
that
as
humans
usual.
had walked on the moon. My name is Colonel Jeremy Hansen. I'm an astronaut with the Canadian Space Agency, and I'm a mission specialist on NASA's Artemis 2 mission around the moon. my elementary school years, I grew up
Oh
on a
no,
farm
you got to
outside
go.
of
Yeah,
Oregon,
but
Ontario.
you
I
still have
spent as
almost
much
2
time
hours
as
to
I
come
could
back,
with
right?
my dad on the farm.
Maybe see you around.
Hört mich
And
jetzt
if
komplett.
not,
Der Livestream von dir, der ist ein paar Sekunden versetzt nach hinten, ne?
ja, natürlich. Safety Reasons. Nein, wenn man
Das ist doch
zockt, dann ist es
Reasons.
schlecht, wenn du wirklich live livestreamst, weil dann sehen die Leute ja, wo du bist und so weiter. Ne? Das ist echt mies. Aber ich habe es mal so gemacht, dass ihr auch gehört werdet. Wenn ihr das nicht wollt, einfach sagen. Mach es wieder aus. Kein Problem. Ja, geil, Planetarium. Wie war's?
Ich habe jetzt erstmal YouTube auf stillgestellt. Das verwirrt mich komplett. Ja, Planetarium, das war. Also, so wie ich es geschrieben habe, also wirklich für kleine Kinder, ne?
Ah, okay.
Die haben da, das war so ein Zeichentrickfilm. Das war, man hat dann schon zumindest mal ein paar Sternbilder sehen können und ein paar Bilder von der Mondlandung und von den Mondfahrzeugen und so. Also Bilder von der NASA. Aber das war halt schon wirklich für ganz kleine Kids, oder? Deswegen habe ich auch nicht verstanden, der Luke und der Jonas sind ja noch nicht 5. Haben sie an der Kasse noch blöd gemacht. Und ja, aber das war wirklich ein Film für 2- bis 4-Jährige oder so.
Okay. Ja, schade. Ja, hier in Kreuzlingen gibt es ja auch ein Planetarium, wo Filme gezeigt werden und so. Wir waren jetzt vor einem Monat oder so, waren wir erst. Wir gehen da so einmal im Jahr hin. Cool. Die haben auch Tag der offenen Tür ab und zu, wo man dann das große Teleskop kann man durchschauen und so. Nice.
Okay, ja, das ist nämlich in Freiburg alles komplett nicht. Ne? Das ist in dem Gebäude vom Hauptbahnhof. Das ist quasi nur das Planetarium, da gibt es auch nichts zum Anschauen. Da sind jetzt nur irgendwelche 2, 3 Poster. Dann
okay. Ja, bei uns ist Planetarium und Sternwarte. Genau.
Ja, das können wir dann auf jeden Fall mal machen. So angenehmer runterzufahren zu dir, weil Freiburg ist Katastrophe, ey.
Ja.
Der Verkehr da drin und die 30er-Zonen, 500 Ampeln, 300 Blitzer, Katastrophe.
Glaube ich. Ja, Marco, wann kommt der?
Der war ja beim Basketball bis um kurz nach 10.
Okay.
Wenn er sich einloggen wird hier.
So guys, there it is on the launchpad. I heard that there are some difficulties, but I didn't pay attention. Let's raise the volume a bit and see what they're talking about.
Haben sie schon wieder irgendwelche Probleme?
Ja.
Spritpreis, Iran-Krieg.
Special passes to come on center. We're allowed to start driving on with family and friends, and of course we have media growing by the moment here at the press site here at Kennedy Space Center, setting up their cameras, setting up tents.
Hey there, Star Sun, welcome. Glad you could join. Still 1.5 hours to go. I mean, countdown is running, so it can't be that bad, the issues that they were mentioning before.
Camera left. No, sorry. The right of your screen, left of us, plenty of other people there, set up with their own tents, broadcasting to their own viewers. And so again, just really cool
one time,
to see everybody wanting
one
to share
day,
this moment.
we will be there.
I mean, how many media tents we can see from here. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think it's important to share this message with the whole world.
Yeah. So let's take a look now at people who are watching in
Hast du jetzt auch
other parts
den Chat dann getrennt von uns? Den kannst du ja gar nicht, ne? Wenn du live bist und wir sprechen, dann kommt das ja mit auf den Channel auch, oder? Du machst jetzt nicht hier
Ich
irgendwie...
habe alles einzeln. Ich kann einfach, also kann euch ausmachen, dann hören die euch nicht mehr. So, jetzt hören sie dich nicht mehr.
But here you are from Seattle, Washington, again, the Museum of Flight. They must have had a special event to bring people there to watch, as well as a special event here. Now, correctly, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, Huntsville, Alabama. Of course,
No
they would have
clue.
a lot of people here, and I'm sure this crowd...
This is truly amazing. Yes. If we get to see a launch today, I truly hope so. Most people, at least, I did a questionnaire on my YouTube channel, and 77% of people think that we are going to the moon today. 23? Not so much.
show.
We'll see.
We wait for the opening of the window. No, there they are.
Yeah. Everybody's excited.
Thank you guys
Love
for
it.
showing us your excitement. I know deep down it was in there. It's just that you felt like sitting at the moment, and that's all right.
There's a little delay.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, thanks so much to those supporting these watch parties and bringing them to us live here. Actually, our video paths are taking quite a circle to bring those live views in from Seattle as well as Alabama, but we're glad that we can be able to share it with you in the broadcast now. And so why are we going to the moon? Why does NASA want to build a moon base there? Here's Megan Carter again with our moon board.
All right, thank you, Megan. Yeah, so we are right around that hour-and-a-half mark, hopefully for that launch. It's going to be very exciting, so they are going to have a few...
It had a solid performance. Fluffles, welcome. Why did the SLS booster get a raise? Yeah, I'm not sure. I heard something earlier when I just joined. They were mentioning something, but now they don't mention it anymore, so it doesn't seem to be a problem. And yeah, but we've come too far to just scrub it today. Yeah. Have you watched the latest launch, the European one? No, not the latest, the one before. The latest one was successful, but the one before, they scrubbed it 2 seconds. T-minus 2 seconds. That was crazy. And apparently it was because of a fisher boat being in the restricted area. Turns out later that it was the same fisher who now, again, by accident, of course, he didn't know, he couldn't do anything, did it the second time. he already stopped like some bomb test or whatever before. Same fisher boat being in the restricted area. Yeah. Anyway, let's see when they start next.
Because that is obviously going to give us not just water to drink, but as we know, that can actually be converted
2 seconds,
into
yeah.
propellant potentially, that hydrogen and oxygen.
Yes. Yeah, it was T-minus 2 seconds. They were already like the water was already coming and everything, and then just nothing happened. T-minus 2 seconds, the countdown stopped. That was it. Crazy, just for one fisher boat.
That kind of goes for us as well. So the moon is going to be critical for us in the future steps towards our lunar landings.
So, Flaffles, what's your current project? What's the next video going to be about?
And we can't wait to see what they see once they get to that flyby. But for now, we are, like I said, getting...
were making excuses at that point.
Exciting stuff. Again, the idea of
Who do you mean? The ESA start people, or I don't think so. That really was the boat. It was there. It's just regulations. If there is a boat, you cannot launch. Right?
Back on the moon for the first time in over half a century, but we're going to stay and we're going to learn from the moon, and we're going to, as Megan talked about, the water ice, and harness that resource. And
we could, if you like, later watch. I mean, well, how long ago was it? 2 weeks ago. We did a stream about the Artemis 2 launch, where we recreated the whole thing. Right, the video is done. I published it today. Of course, I want to get all the Artemis search query views. Let's see how well that goes. But since we still have 1.5 hours to go, we could watch it together soon, if you're interested, guys.
And so this is a visual cue for us that the team is getting ready to close the last hatch. Again, the launch abort system hatch. Can you tell us about what the LAS is?
Yeah, so launch abort system, this is, we have the crew module, and then what sits out basically on top of the crew module is the launch abort system, and it has its own motors, so that we'll arm it about 5 minutes prior to launch, and then it stays with the crew module until about the Kármán line, so that 100-kilometer point.
I honestly guess this is going to be, I mean, we had cameras on the first time we went to the moon, and we went many more times to the moon, right? Since then, and around the moon, but the live video coverage that we're going to get this time, I think it's going to be something that we didn't have before. It's going to be awesome. Also, apparently they took multiple cameras, like personal cameras, to take photos on their journey. I mean, they're on their way for 10 days. A lot of time to take photos, right? And I heard NASA will be testing the new heat shield with crew on board. Basically, yes. This is basically a test with humans on board. That's true. But I guess they are really confident that it will work. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. But yeah, kind of crazy. If you imagine how many uncrewed test flights Starship has done so far. Where are we? 12? 12, right? 13 is the next one. No crew on board yet. Just uncrewed test flights for testing out heat shield stuff, and they keep replacing stuff. Lately I just saw a video where they now put white heat shield tiles on the thing. Yeah, so they're still testing. Isn't it a little reckless? Well, somebody once said we're not doing it because it's easy, but because it's hard. So, yeah, I guess. I mean... Oh, there's the logo. The Earthrise. Ah, the Earthrise is in my video that we're gonna watch later. Nice. Artemis 2, the 4 names. And I guess the red line is the free return trajectory one, right? Looks like it. Nice logo, nice badge.
Yeah, we talk about incremental steps, right? And so Artemis 2 is very similar to Apollo 8.
Okay, they're already inside.
They're going to fly around the moon and set up the rest of the Artemis program for landing on the moon, but also with a nod towards the fact that we do this.
You better do not need to go to the toilet right now. That would be super bad.
Importance they put on their patch design.
Another camera angle of inside the Orion spacecraft.
White heat shield tiles is not the way to go. Yeah. I saw a video that tried to analyze it. They are used for...
Basically, we have Christina in your upper right hand. Nope, sorry, Christina in your upper left-hand corner.
I don't quite remember. They're not used for Earth re-entry, basically. But also there was an idea that it's just unpainted, uncoated heat tiles, and that's why they're still white. We'll see on test flight 13. Do we know when that is? He said something in April, right?
Have been doing this as part of a pre-flight tradition again. Wow, Reed just making sure that thing won't come off. And so now Victor is signing there, followed by Christina, and then Jeremy.
Yeah, Canadian astronaut on board.
It is, yeah, ours is on the left-hand side there. It's a fun...
And this guy is huge, right? It's a really big guy. And if you have seen images of the 4 with their orange suits on and just not the helmet on like we have now, it always looks like his head is kind of too small for the big body. It's insane. He's so much taller than the other ones. Test flight 12. Also, the last one was 11. Sorry. Was it? Stefan, what was the last?
To just check out the data, see some of the data that also Reed and
Starship test, right?
See, but in those much bigger displays for Orion.
Right, yeah, it's basically a tablet
was it
on
11?
his leg, and it's actually plugged into a cord nearby that allows him to have a screen.
Was war der letzte Starship test flight, den wir hatten? Ah ja, 11. I see it. So next one is gonna be 12. Yes.
Right, yeah. So
Sorry, my bad.
What we call a knee board, and they'll have blank pages to take notes on. They might have a cue card.
Did Flaffles respond yet? No, Flaffles, what's your next video going to be? I'm curious.
This mission, of course, built by people and companies in all 50 states, as we've been saying throughout the broadcast.
Let me already open in another tab my Artemis video so that we can watch it later easily.
Test flight.
What we're doing here is a collaborative effort of hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh, 7th of April already. Nice.
The parts, the hardware, the software, the services,
What did I click?
all coming together.
Grace Rocky retten Stern. Ich glaube, ich habe nur einen Hinflug.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Today we... Okay, prepared. Good. Hey. New one, the Actioner. I have no idea if I pronounced it correctly. I am from Sri Lanka. I recently subscribed to you. Thank you. That's awesome. To know the latest KSA information. Yes, latest monthly update was awesome, wasn't it? And we are looking forward to our own lunar mission with new graphics, physics in KSA. Yes, I mean, download it. You can already go to the moon. You can launch from Cape Canaveral if you want, go to orbit, go to the moon, even land. It's all possible already. Yeah, glad that you can join this nice launch. We're going back to the moon, unbelievable. Oh, what did I miss? Why did they just show Mars in the Artemis video? What's going on?
I just want to say thank you to all of the hands that have touched a part of this program and the hearts that have moved on to this goal, because we're going to the moon and we're going beyond.
One team,
One team,
One dream.
What I really like about that package is, again, just reminding people that this is spurring so many jobs across the country.
Yeah, across the country and across the world, right? The whole world has a part of this. The Artemis Accords are signed by over 40, 50 different countries. And so, yeah, we're taking all of the taxpayers' money and we're putting it right back into the jobs here in the U.S.
And the money, too. You know, when we have more disposable income because we have good paying jobs, that's money that goes back into our economy as disposable income. So really, it is just an ecosystem that NASA is proud to be a part of.
Right. And not only is it about the money and the economy, right, but it's also about the science and what we're going to learn and exploration. You know, on top of all of those things, we benefit the economy as well.
Obviously, Nicole is a wealth of knowledge. We're very lucky to have her. We're going to be tapping into that knowledge throughout the broadcast, and we have been for now close to 4 hours. So thank you, Nicole. I hope you're holding up okay.
Yeah, I'm loving it out here. It's been great.
Let's learn a little bit more about Nicole. Her first mission to space was actually last March. She launched from here at Kennedy Space Center as pilot of NASA's SpaceX Crew 10 mission to the International Space Station. And what a beautiful launch that was. She spent 148 days in space conducting science experiments that could benefit us on Earth. For example, one studied the physics of liquids, which could help researchers deliver medicines more effectively.
All right,
She also conducted
switching
an
back.
almost 6-hour spacewalk to help upgrade the orbiting lab's power system. Nicole is a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She was born in San Diego, California, and is a twin. That's a cute photo.
Oh, look at that. Some childhood photos from the astronauts, I guess.
Yes, that's so great to just see how far you've come. Again, I think that speaks to what we've been saying. Like, you know, just if you're passionate about something, go for it and see where that takes you.
Yeah, I think that's a great example. You know, I was a serious little kid with really high goals and, you know, just kept working hard and never got bumped up the path and ended up here. And, you know, I think it's a testament to to the human, like we talked about, you know, if you're willing to work hard, be a good team player, you can really get anywhere you want in life. And that's what I love to talk about. Christina has mentioned similar things. And so it's been kind of a theme for the day.
Yeah, definitely a theme for the day, a theme for the team. The team has said the same, the crew has said the same sort of things. So absolutely, Nicole, thank you so much for being here. And hopefully only a little bit more until launch today.
Hopefully.
So today's Artemis 2 test flight will mark only the 7th time NASA astronauts will launch on a new NASA spacecraft designed for crew. And then controlling the flight will be Mission Control in Houston. Our Gary Jordan is inside with flight controllers. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Megan, you are right. This is a significant milestone, and we may be putting the names of a few more astronauts in the history books today. The Artemis 2 crew is set to launch today will join a select list of humans to fly in a spacecraft for the very first time. And Artemis 2, like missions before it, is a test mission. During ascent, the crew and the teams here in the room are prepared for a variety of scenarios. Some of these will be called out directly by Capcom's Stan Love during ascent, and some are a little more subtle. These calls can be split into two categories.
Oh, now it's getting full here. We joined.
And aborts.
Hey,
First, there are
welcome.
2 alternate MECO targets, or AMTs. These note milestones to give flight control teams and astronauts an idea of what would happen after that moment should the core stage lose one of the main engines. First is AMT low. You won't hear it called out by the crew or Capcom since this happens right at liftoff. If the core stage loses one engine at this moment, an abort once around option could be made at main engine cutoff, meaning the crew could target a splashdown in the Pacific. The second is AMT high, which will be called out by Capcom's Stan Love around 22 seconds. After this moment, if the core stage loses an engine, we can still pursue an alternate mission in low Earth orbit to accomplish some of the test objectives. And at about 5 minutes, 16 seconds into the flight, you'll hear the call 3-engine press. This is a good moment. After this point, if the core stage loses an engine, we can still make a nominal main engine cutoff and pursue a moon mission as expected. Again,
they're explaining a pretty important fact here about the free return trajectory right now. Basically, the benefit of that is, once you are on the free return trajectory, which is you go in front of the moon, then the moon's gravity spins you around, and you go back on the backside of the moon, basically, right? Back towards Earth, and without firing any engine. The benefit is that if you have any engine failures, any other technical difficulties, whatever, you're still going to come back to Earth. So that's just a safety measurement.
This particular abort capability can be used from here at the pad through roughly 3 minutes and 22 seconds into the flight. Next is an untargeted abort splashdown, or UAS. This uses Orion's service module engines to escape the SLS.
Did not hear that.
It becomes available immediately after the launch abort system jettisons. Third is an abort.
Yeah, then let's just not abort.
You'll hear Capcom Stan Love call
easy fix.
Around 7 minutes 30 seconds into the flight. This also
yeah, but apparently that communication problem is not so severe that they would pause the countdown. So they still think they can fix it in less than an hour, I would say.
To get to the crew and integrity quickly for this abort option. An AOA option continues to be available until solar arrays.
Are these guys, these NASA guys working there, are they numbered? There is a NASA 4 guy, NASA 1 guy, NASA 5 guy.
ATO becomes available until separation from the upper stage around 3 hours and 23 minutes.
Interesting.
Mission profiles can vary depending on when an ATO is executed in that window, but with power being drawn from solar arrays, it buys more time for astronauts and flight
eure Stimmen habe ich ausgemacht. Ja.
And stay in Earth orbit, return for a splashdown, and continue to the moon.
Yep.
The Artemis 2 crew and flight control teams are well trained on all of these scenarios.
Of course, we're live
on Orion to Earth may help them be
with a whopping amount of 8 viewers. Guys, use the chat. Who is there with us?
Showstoppers for today's launch. We're continuing to, of course,
nice.
And make sure all systems are go for when we reach T0. With that, I'll send it back to you, Megan, at the Kennedy Space Center.
All right, we are ready for another reading. If you are ready over there.
Yes, sir. CBA is steady at
That's Just the lighting.
All right. Copy that. And you know, the more times we ask you to do that, the closer we get to launch. So that's a good thing.
Copy. You heard it there from NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding. The more that they keep on asking her how the pressure is holding in the counterbalance assembly mechanism is a good thing, because it means we are getting closer to launch. So that's amazing news over the loops that we just heard on Orion to Earth 1. Again, that communication channel.
Hey, welcome. Portu. Oh my god, I'm so bad at reading nicknames. Portum Nadas. Welcome from Ireland. That's nice. So in an equal time zone as us. Nighttime lounge. Let's see if what other time zones we can gather up here.
Stand by 1 second.
In 1 hour. There normally are like people joining also from Saudi Arabia, for example. We have a frequent viewer.
We're just getting an update.
US, of course. Obviously.
And the good news is the ranges go. So we reported that they were working to verify their equipment regarding the
ranges go, system. I just heard.
And they asked for a little of that verification work to be done by one of the FTS engineers here in the firing room. He went out to the VAB to get some legacy hardware to help out with it. But,
what?
In the end, this is a fix that the range had come up with to get clearance, to clear the range rather, and to as well work the FTS system. And so now, they are go.
Question just got asked if I can just restream this NASA stream, and I did some research this evening or today earlier, because I had the same question. And apparently, since NASA is a government organization, everything they do and stream and broadcast is public domain. So you can use their footage. What you cannot do is restream it and brand it as if you are associated with NASA, or if it's your content. You cannot act like it's yours, right? So that's, for example, why I have this copyright stream by NASA text at the bottom right of my stream, just to make sure that it's clear. This is not my stream. This is NASA's stream. And then, also, all the interviews that you hear and everything, it's automatically also public domain because they stream it. Yep. So, short answer, yes, you can restream their stream. That's a thing.
Held his forecast for 80% go for flight during our launch window tonight, which, as a reminder, is 6:24 p.m.
What I'm not so sure about, and which is why I will leave it disabled, and good for you, or maybe you don't really care. I will not monetize this stream, so I will not get any money for the ads that you might be seeing on YouTube. I'm pretty sure YouTube is going to show you some, but they will get all the cash for it. Just not sure if NASA is going to like it if we monetize this thing, or maybe they don't care. I'm not so sure, actually. By the way, somebody just joined the Discord. Who is it? Hey, hello. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Is this your first time here on the Discord? At least in the voice, right?
Yes, we did just see them close the last hatch, and now we are looking at a live view.
No problem.
Lots of people there, I'm sure, relieved
no problem. Pretty good so far. Don't worry.
And we are go for launch. Go for.
So, what do you think? Is it going to work out today?
And go from all of them, I would imagine.
Yes, it's going to be exciting.
We all hope.
And as Daryl Daryl said, you can start to see the sun poking out here, and we can see
awesome.
that all the clouds are moving north and moving away from us. It's all
so looks like they're still working on that communication issue, I guess. The interviews, I can lower the volume a bit. I mean, they are all still super happy, so I guess we are going to launch, hopefully.
How excited are you to be here for launch? What did you say? I'm very excited. It's our mom's birthday, and
let's see what happens if we just mute this one and I bring over the tab from the other video. Yes, that's mine, exactly. So should we watch it? I guess we can do it. I mean, it's 14 minutes. I can skip through some of the parts. But it's pretty nice. We are recreating the... Let's just listen to the intro and the video. Wait, Feru, welcome. Just got home from school. Gonna watch the launch now. Nice, welcome. Stakes journey around... Okay, today, intro. We are recreating the ambitious Artemis 2 mission in Kerbal Space Program. Using the massive SLS Block 1 and the Orion capsule, we're taking our Kerbals on a high-stakes journey around the moon and back. From epic engine ignitions, liftoff, that's what we're gonna see to later. A breathtaking Earthrise. This is the future of space exploration. Let's get right to the launch pad. But before we go there, and since a lot of you asked for it, on-stream got... There we go. Thanks, on-stream Gottchen. Let's do a nice fly-in through the clouds and then get started. Let me try to fix that for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition! That didn't work like expected. Ja, gute Nacht. Bye-bye. Ah, we lost the visuals. That's bad. Now we're back. Okay. Ah, good. Problem is that I launched this on an HDR monitor and then I switched to a non-HDR stream. Okay, here we go. Yeah, launching the SLS with the Orion capsule and 4 Kerbals on board, by the way, on the launch pad. Let's see what we're going to see later, the launch. 5. I put 4, on several camera 3, perspectives. 2, 1. Ignition! There she goes. Yeah, pretty sweet. Sorry? What do you mean? Yeah, I hope so. Let me quickly switch over to the stream again. Yeah. They're closing the hatch. Yes, that's a good sign. If they can get it closed, it looks like. Yeah, okay, it's closed. Good. Let's see what other. The interesting part is the separation of the boosters. That's also an interesting part. That's around here. Booster separation is clean and we're continuing our way towards a high apoapsis. I guess we will see that as well later, live. I guess they have pretty nice camera views on that. Oh, come on, Google Ads. Go away. Good, the next interesting stage is, oh yeah, deploying the solar panels. Deploying the solar panels. I love how they automatically orient themselves towards the sun for maximum efficiency. And ejecting the launch escape system, of course. There it goes. Bye-bye. And then we have, of course, some burns, bad camera angle, translunar injection, etc. Certainly beautiful and the next interesting part of the video, obviously, saying goodbye to Earth. Ballistic Fox, you would need at least 96 and gigs to arriving at the moon. That's something that we are not going to see very close to the moon, because that will only happen in 4 days time? 4 or 5? I guess. To the soul mod. No, the whole mission is 10 days, right? So I guess at half of those we will be on the moon. Not on the moon, around the moon, obviously. Yeah, these are 32K textures from the Soul mod. Pretty awesome resolution on the moon there. Also, everything real, every crater and everything is like in reality. Pretty amazing. Yeah, of course, looking through the window as a Kerbal. That's also always super nice. And then the next part, coming back to Earth. Oh, we saw some Aurora Borealis coming back on the pole there. And then, of course, re-entry. Always super nice. My
beautiful
second favorite part of each mission.
Effects that we see here are, of course, thanks to the beautiful and amazing Firefly mod.
Yeah? But it survived, right? It made it.
Makes it so that you
Splashdown was successful, right?
Holes and whatnot.
On Artemis 1. Yeah, of course. But at least it didn't burn up completely. Okay. Yeah, it's quite risky to do a crewed mission with an untested re-entry vehicle. Yep. But I guess they are super confident, otherwise they wouldn't do it.
That was just what I was thinking. My dad and my mom and my best friend.
That's a pretty good answer. Your brother.
Yeah, what's happening with that door?
So I'm actually joined here also by Dad. Now, you were sharing with me that a lot of the work that you've been doing over the last several months has been prepping the launch teams.
Some of them just said.
Our ground systems teams to get to be mindful and to be in this moment. How does it feel to be standing here and knowing that the people you work so closely with are doing what they're passionate about, or doing what they were born to do, moments away from launching this rocket?
I mean, this is an exceptionally happy moment.
3? Well, I can refresh the page real quick. Yes. Now I'm at 1 minute, 1 hour 3 as well. Yeah, okay. So close to the start, I will refresh the page again, just to be sure. Ah, see, 10 days in Orion. Yeah, the mission time is 10 days. Oh, I need to switch back to the non-SDR so that you get all the nice colors, of course. Good. That's better.
Systems to feed the crew. They have a potable water dispenser that they'll check out. And then we also have a food warmer. Kind of looks like a suitcase that the crew can use to heat their food. They're also going to check out the flight wheel system. We'll have the crew perform some initial exercises. Part of that is to ensure that the flight wheel is actually working, but part of it is actually to be sure that our environmental systems are actually working.
You mean, for example, the video that I just showed that we did 2 weeks ago? Yes.
And be sure that it's able to flush. While they're on their journey, they'll do some testing that they quickly don their suit just to be sure that we would be ready in the future for an emergency. They'll also check out our radiation shelter.
Yeah, I mean, it should be as close as possible to being the same, because I explicitly installed mods that make it the same, like real Earth scale and everything, real Earth textures, real moon textures, all that kind of stuff. So try to make it as close as possible. Yeah. And it certainly feels as close as possible.
Have a pretty big menu to choose from, so that's really cool. We're actually going to pull up a graphic now that kind of shows you some of the food that they're going to have with them.
Oh, I know that graphic. That's interesting. The food that they will have during those 10 days. I mean, I had a look at it and I just thought, yeah, well, that's better than in some hotel breakfasts, right? Look at that. They have mango peach smoothies, green tea, mango salad, macaroni and cheese. What the? They have all kind of fancy stuff there.
It's just kind of a dried powder that you add water to. So this would actually, you'd add 175 milliliters.
In the other channel here on the Discord, it was posted automatically in the content channel, for example. There's a link to Twitch and to YouTube. You can just watch wherever you prefer.
Or that you had while you were at the ISS.
Yes, yeah, actually, this
Whichever is your favorite platform.
to us on the standard, what we call the standard menu
The view count that I see in OBS is both. So I'm using a service called Restream, where you just stream to Restream, and then in Restream you can select which platforms to stream to. So I have Twitch and YouTube selected, and they combine the stats. So combined. Also the chat is combined, which is super nice.
So thermal stabilized, it's already hydrated, so you just throw it in that food warmer that we talked about, and then you can eat it.
Because otherwise you will need to have 2 OBS instances, one streaming to YouTube, one streaming to Twitch, etc. It's super annoying. But yeah, with this service, super nice and easy.
Yes. Look, see, they want us to eat. I don't know what happened.
Oh yes. What was the other streaming platform called? They got one of the biggest Twitch streamers to go exclusively to them from Microsoft. Yes. Wow, what was it called?
These brownies are nice because they don't have a ton of crumbs, and so you can actually.
Yeah, a bit longer, I guess, but.
Space, you know, if you imagine, that would not happen in space. It would not fall.
Mixer.
But, yeah, so we've got
Mixer, it was called, I guess.
Actually, eat the menu's pretty good and pretty diverse on the space station, and then as you saw, pretty diverse for Orion.
Nice, yeah, that's amazing. And again, here's a look at the crowd that's starting to continue to grow here as we get closer and closer to launch. We are now under an hour from the opening of our 2-hour launch window at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time.
There is a hosting service that is called.
We haven't taken some of those for a while. You put that brownie away, Nicole, or I'm going to steal it.
WIX.
Celebrity who submitted a question. Let's take a look.
Okay.
A quick question for the Artemis crew. What food from Earth would you bring with you into space? And why would it be lasagna? Because that's the greatest food.
Again, not really a question. Yeah. Because he was like, it's lasagna.
Yeah. They have the better PR people, I guess.
My favorite food of all, but yeah, lasagna's not a bad option. It's a high-calorie meal. If you're trying to, carb load for a spacewalk or something, it's a great option.
Yeah, I remember Christina saying that her favorite food on the menu, and actually, she was saying that she was getting in trouble because people kept on saying, you can't eat mac and cheese every day, Christina.
We mentioned the mac and cheese and brisket earlier. Man, I would put those two on a tortilla. That would be great.
That sounds delicious, delicious. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for sending in those questions. For everyone from a 5-year-old that we got a question from to all the way to Roy Woods Jr. there, a comedian. So thank you so much. And if you're just joining us, welcome to the Space Coast of Florida, where we are counting down to liftoff of Artemis 2. You see a beautiful aerial shot there of
just some German jokes.
For the first time in more than 50 years, we are sending humans to fly around the moon and back, and we're taking you all of you with us on this next chapter of human spaceflight. I'm NASA's Megan Cruz, and this is NASA astronaut Nicole Ayers. Great to have you here, Nicole.
Yes, this has been a beautiful day. Excited, we're continuing to...
The Starship test flights, I would say.
As planned, this crew could travel farther from Earth than any other humans before them and see parts of the moon no one has ever laid eyes on. How exciting.
Yes. Exciting.
I mean, it's...
I think, we're going to see the far side of the moon for the first time by humans in a long time. It's important.
Yeah, also the cadence is much higher for the Starship launches than we have for SLS. SLS, what are they aiming for? 3 months now or 6 months?
At those watch parties now.
Not sure. Multiple times a year, at least. So it's already good, but nothing compared to Starship. He wants to launch multiple every day at some point, right? Crazy.
Together and not just in a vacuum at home, you know?
Yes, this is so exciting.
Yeah, that sounds so crazy.
And now here we are back in Seattle, the Museum of Flight. Again, people gathered there to show their kid. We see someone walking in the second row there. His first crewed launch to the moon. How exciting.
That is exciting.
Hello, everyone. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, that's crazy. Seeing that is... It doesn't look real, right? It looks like a computer simulation, whatever, CGI.
So what has been happening so far today? Well, a lot. After waking up and grabbing a bite to eat, our Artemis 2 crew suited up inside the historic crew quarters,
nice.
a tradition
Yeah.
that dates back decades.
Better than CGI.
Their custom Orion crew survival suits, and just like other crews,
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do it in KSP, and already there it's super hard. But in real life...
before they walked in the footsteps of every NASA
See, look at that. The guy on the left, the Canadian guy, he's just super big.
They walked outside the Neil Armstrong Operations and Checkout Building to greet a crowd of family, friends, supporters before getting into their Astrovan for their security-escorted ride.
Yeah, I find it quite interesting that we see always there's the SLS now launching and there is Starship launching. But actually on mission 4, Artemis 4, I guess, or 3 already, not so sure, they are going to dock with a Starship, right? Starship is going to be Starship HLS one is going to be the one, most likely, that's going to be the moon landing thing in the Artemis program. It's crazy. They are not separated programs. At some point, they kind of join.
Move some pieces that connect the Orion spacecraft to the White Room, correct?
Yes, there's kind of what I would
Yeah, so they have 2 planned moon lander vehicles. One is from NASA. Oh, no, it's not from NASA. It's from Blue Origin, I guess. Yeah, and the other one is the Starship.
To the rocket in any way so that it can retract here in the next few minutes.
And for how we're looking with the
So a normal SLS with an Orion capsule, I guess, is going to bring the astronauts in moon orbit, where either a Starship or the Blue Origin, I don't know what's the name of it, I don't remember, is waiting. Then they switch over and then they use the lander to land on the moon.
There's an issue apparently with a battery on
Yeah?
The engineer who is in charge of the launch system sits on console here, reported that a temperature for one of the 2 last batteries is out of range, and
Yeah, sure.
constraint for launch right now.
Sure.
It would be when that temperature is checked.
What are they doing with that door still? They are preparing to undock the service arm, I guess.
Working some troubleshooting on this issue. Going to follow, of course, along closely with what they learn. But again, a battery temp for one of the 2 batteries on the LAS is out of spec, and the team
Battery temperature out of spec. That's bad.
First of all, whether or not
Yeah.
this may be a sensor issue, or is there an issue with the battery itself? So again, looking into it, troubleshooting and researching as we speak.
Yeah.
With regards to the weather, we did get some good news.
This site up when installed, it says on the sign. Good to know, yeah.
For the window, we are up to 90% go, which is great news. Again, 90% go. That is up from the 80% that we started.
90% go. Okay. I mean, it would be nice if they would display that somewhere.
Come out officially 3 days ago. And so that is great. And for anybody who's here in the launch area knows...
You know, they started fueling the SLS 9.5 hours ago, or now 8.5 hours ago.
So we're
right.
getting some good clearing as forecast.
That's crazy how long it takes to fuel this thing.
Just a reminder for those people
Oh, they're moving the arm, I guess. Aren't they?
The nearby area that if you're
Something's happening.
Internet-enabled device, just remember that there may be a little bit of a delay. Can't tell you how much of a delay, but since it's on an internet
Solid
device,
rocket booster. SRB.
Sometimes this broadcast might be a little behind what you're actually seeing, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, they are ready all the time, right?
Don't wait till the last second to run outside if you're inside.
Always ready.
Or your house.
Yes.
Of course, we'll keep track of that.
Okay, the door is not visible anymore. Door is gone. That's good.
Two of them there had to be tethered to the inside of the white room, because obviously now we have detached the white room from the Orion spacecraft.
Yes, detached.
Is quite something.
Yeah.
Let's get out of there.
Yep. Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot. Nicole's scared of heights. An astronaut afraid of heights is actually not uncommon, as we've learned today. But yes, so obviously, again, things proceeding.
An astronaut afraid of heights. Okay.
2-hour launch window at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, the closeout crew just finishing up those last couple of things they have to do before leaving the White Room and then leaving the pad, leaving only the 4 Artemis 2 crew members inside the spacecraft by themselves at the pad.
Yeah, and then we'll be curious to follow the battery issue on the last as well. I think sometimes it's just
blind
a
astronaut.
issue, sometimes it's a battery issue. So hopefully they figure that out quickly.
Nope.
And so if we can take a shot of the crew inside the capsule, if one's available, why don't we talk a little bit more about each of them? So we have Artemis 2 Commander Reed Wiseman, Baltimore native, and he's actually, you see his feet in that shot there from inside Orion. He's been in space once before as flight engineer for Expedition 41 aboard the International Space Station from May to November 2014. During the 165-day mission, Reed and his crewmates completed more than 300 science experiments in areas like human physiology, medicine, physical science, earth science, as well as astrophysics. They actually set a milestone for station science by completing a record
Reed
82
Wiseman.
research hours in a single week. He also served as chief of NASA's astronaut office from December 2020 to December 2022. His 2 daughters were out to wave goodbye to him as he made his way to the launch pad.
Yeah.
Again,
It's,
Reed is the one sitting in the seat to the right, closest to our camera there. So looks like he's relaxed by the body language of his feet.
Yeah, I think they're kind of in a holding pattern, if you will, or a waiting period. So it makes sense that he's a little bit relaxed. He's also kind of just a relaxed person in general. He's wicked smart, but has a demeanor that keeps everybody calm. And so I think we're seeing that here today.
And so in this shot, Reed is the one sitting on the left, and to his right.
Yeah, crazy, right? But that's actually interesting to see.
California native as an astronaut in 2013, and at the time he was actually serving as a legislative fellow in the United States Senate. His first trip to space, November 2020, pilot of NASA's SpaceX Crew 1 mission. That was the first operational mission of NASA's Commercial Crew program, which resumed launching American rockets from American soil to the International Space Station.
I don't know if I would trust touchscreens so much in a spacecraft.
Racking up more than 3,500 flight hours and more than 40 different aircraft. So
Yeah, sure.
pretty at home in the
Because nobody is touching them.
Yeah, I think he does.
he got to say goodbye to his wife and 4 kids. Again, those were the family that he had here at Kennedy Space Center before the 4 of them drove out to the pad.
Yeah, and you can see there, we talked about Victor's energy earlier, and you can see him working through, pushing some buttons on the display. It looked like he was pulling up a procedure, so he's following along.
He just put the checklist back into his pocket on his knee there. Just imagine he misses the pocket or whatever and it drops down on the floor. What happens then?
Rapids, Michigan. Was selected to the astronaut corps in 2013, same class as Victor. Served as flight engineer on the International
Yeah, of course. Touchscreen versus button. I would also say it's better.
During that time, she set a record for the longest single single spaceflight by a woman with a total of 300.
Who just joined? Did somebody? Astra! Hey, welcome, man. How are you? You're muted. Have I muted you? No. You muted yourself. Alright. But welcome.
Environments on the planet. Her hobbies include surfing, rock climbing, community service, yoga, and photography.
Go ahead, NCD. There's a couple of suppressed overvolt messages. We're going to go ahead and clear those off your screen. We see them and we copy. All right.
NASA test director.
We're still working here, trying to get through everything. So we're getting close and then.
Okay, yeah, possibly. She is from the US, I guess. It's 3 US people and 1 Canadian, right?
We're doing great on board. Glad to hear it.
NASA test director giving an update to the crew. Some messages flashed on their displays. Just wanted to say that they didn't have to worry about that. We're going to clear that. And that also just reassuring the crew, again, that they are tracking and working.
Yeah, Astra, no problem, no pressure. Just whatever suits you. All good.
All right. And then first-time flyer, Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen will fly to the moon as mission specialist on the Artemis 2 mission. The London, Ontario native, selected as an astronaut in 2000.
Not sure if they are so handy on Earth.
As Capcom at NASA's Mission Control Center in Houston. Capcom stands for Capsule Communicator and is the sole direct voice communicating with astronauts while in space. Jeremy also participated in training exercises, really cool ones like living on the ocean.
Alright, we're seeing some more viewers on the stream. Guys, use the chat.
In 2017, he became the first Canadian to lead
What do you think?
class. He also enjoys
Less than 1 hour to go.
climbing and mountain biking.
Are we launching or not?
3 children. And he's the one that you
So I refreshed the page. Now we are at T-minus 44, 20 seconds. If I refresh, we are at the same. Okay, that's good. Good to know.
Christina's looking too. And so there is your Artemis 2 crew.
Of course.
Inside the Orion spacecraft. And this is actually the 7th time NASA astronauts will launch on a new NASA spacecraft designed for crew. And if you're wondering about the first 6 crewed test flights, here they are.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? History. Mercury program. It's 1961, imagine. It's over 60 years ago.
March 23, 1965. Apollo 7, Wally Schirra, Don Isley, Walt Cunningham. October 11th, 1968.
Yeah, I mean, if you play RP1, you start with just sounding rockets at the beginning, etc. You do all of them, right? Even the first Mercury ones, and then Gemini, all of them.
May 30th, 2020, followed by NASA's Boeing crew flight test. Butch Wilmore, Sonny Williams, June 5th, 2024. And now...
Why not? It's just a history of space launches, I guess. And they definitely are part of that.
Really surprising, honestly, to hear that through all these decades, through all these launches we've had, this is only our 7th new vehicle that we're testing for crew.
Yeah, you know, we have so many different missions that we think about and we talk about, but really 7 vehicles that we've tested and that we're flying. You know, I like to think of spaceflight really as a permanent test, right? We have, you know,
spaceflight is a permanent test. Well phrased.
And then flown has thousands of data points, and so really spaceflight is always going to be in the test field, and I think it's important to remember that, especially as we put humans on rockets that we never have before, or for the 7th time we start a new vehicle and a new mission.
Just getting word now that White Room closeouts are complete, and so the closeout crew is preparing to leave the pad.
Okay, yeah, get out of there. And remove the arm.
And the closeout crew is doing really well.
41 minutes, 43 seconds and counting until the opening of our window. And Artemis 2 is a 10-day mission that will send the 4-person crew on a journey around the moon and back to Earth. It will be a critical step towards future lunar and Mars missions.
We're going back to the moon because it's the next step in our journey to Mars. We need to go explore the moon. There's vast regions of unexplored areas with the coldest, darkest places in our solar system. This is a test mission, and when we get off the planet, we might come right back home. We might spend 3 or 4 days around Earth. We might go to the moon. That's where we want to go, but it is a test mission, and we are ready for every scenario as we ride this amazing space launch system and the Orion spacecraft.
If I would place myself in there, not in this one, because it has not really been tested. That's the first real test, right? But once it's safe, I mean, space tourism as if it's going to become a thing, I guess. I dream of going to space one day. Maybe. I mean, it's not gonna be cheap, I guess. But who knows?
Possibilities for incredible missions like this, but it has benefits. That's actually why we're racing towards it. Those benefits are really wide in nature. You have everything from innovation, technology development, not only for future missions going deeper into the
just not for, I don't know. I'm a software engineer, right? I'm not really for work. It's not gonna happen. So it has to be for pleasure, for fun. Yeah.
When I think about the 4 of us flying around the far side of the moon, seeing that Earth rise, taking images and video and sending them back to you, the feeling that I have inside is hope. We know that Artemis 2 is not the solution for humanity on planet Earth, but it is a contribution in the positive column. We hope that just for a moment that people will pause and say, wow, it's extraordinary when you look back upon the Earth with over 8 billion people, and you see this concrete example of what humanity can do, this extraordinary thing when we set big goals
and CDR entity
to achieve them.
And so Mission Control Houston will control the flight of Orion after a liftoff here at Kennedy Space Center. Here's Gary Jordan, who's embedded with that team. Gary, you might have to pause because we did just hear a call out to the commander in Orion.
What?
Will do, Megan. I think that was Commander Reed Wiseman responding to prepare for some of the next steps. We are now holding at the T-minus 10-minute hold. Expected a 30-minute hold. So we are well on the countdown. We are well on the timeline to meet this L- time and launch towards the beginning of the window, but continuing to track progress along the way. Again, I'm here with the Artemis 2 flight control teams in Mission Control Houston. The team in the room behind me has been monitoring the countdown and verifying their own mission-specific launch criteria of the Space Launch System, the Orion spacecraft integrity, and its crew. During the final poll before launch, if all looks good from each of the flight controllers in this room, Flight Director Judd Freeling will report a go for launch from Houston Flight. Upon liftoff, teams here take control of the mission and communicate with the crew while they fly on the Space Launch System. This phase of flight is highly dynamic, and each console position has a dedicated and important role of looking after critical systems. You'll hear calls from Capcom and NASA astronaut Stan Love in this room.
Capcom is just the captain for communications, so the communication boss.
Liftoff and ascent are just the beginning. This room will be staffed around the clock over the next 10 days to oversee every moment of the mission through splashdown. Here from the Johnson Space Center, we'll be
but did he just say something about pausing the countdown? I didn't get that.
Peaks inside the spacecraft and share the experience of a lunar flyby with astronauts looking down at the moon's surface. Teams here have been rehearsing tirelessly in simulations to throw every conceivable and inconceivable scenario their way. We are ready and eager to begin the Artemis 2 mission. Still milestones to come as we continue the countdown, but we'll be right back with you during the ascent phase of today's flight. With that, Megan, I will send it back over to you at the Space Coast.
So much, Gary. Under 37 minutes until the opening of our 2-hour launch window, 6:24 p.m. Eastern. I've never been more excited for a time. But why don't we send it back over to Megan Carter with the Moon Board to learn more about what happens after ascent.
Absolutely. I am definitely also getting excited. Things feel like they're starting to pick up a little pace here. A lot is about to happen within the first 10 minutes of launch, but what happens after those first 10 minutes? Let me take you over here to my mission map so we can kind of jump ahead and let me explain a few things. So, our main engine cutoff is going to stand for MECO, and that is essentially where the rocket's job is done, and it is then going to turn the propulsion duties over to our ICPS. That stands for Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage. Don't try and say that too many times fast, but the ICPS
Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage. Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage. Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage. I made it.
It is going to conduct that first burn, and that's going to be the perigee raise maneuver. Essentially, what
the funny thing is, this is the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. It's was just for this one flight. Then it should have been replaced by the new, better version of it, right? Now they scratched that, and the interim version has now become the permanent version. They're just not going to do the next version and just use this again for Artemis 3, 4, etc. It's like in software engineering. The temporary workaround are most of the time not so temporary.
And then they will, it'll be about time for the ICPS to separate, and they will start another lap around the Earth as well. Now, the ICPS, but even after it separates, its job will not be done because they will have the opportunity to conduct something called the Proximity Operations Demonstration. And this is going to be really important for our future lunar missions because the ICPS actually has a target on it, and the crew is going to have the opportunity to manually maneuver these spacecraft like we've mentioned and practice those docking maneuvers. Now, obviously,
this is going to be in an orbit, yes, an eccentric orbit. And she just explains that they are going to do some fine maneuvering tests. Like, no docking, obviously, because they can't dock to that stage, but just testing. Yeah, the Orion capsule has, but not the cryogenic upper stage.
In that critical milestone where they are going to produce about 6,000 pounds of thrust, and this is that point that is going to take them out of low Earth orbit into deep space, and it's going to set them on that nice path towards that lunar flyby. And I know we have talked a little bit about why this could be a record-breaking flyby and journey to the moon, and with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Megan so she can tell us just why.
Yeah, she's talking about the distance record set by the Apollo 13 astronauts in 1970. They were 248,655 miles away from Earth, and this Artemis 2 crew might surpass that on flight day 6 when they fly around the moon by more than 4,000 miles.
Yeah, it's a long ways. It's tough to fathom 250,000 miles from Earth, right? I mean, space, the space station is only 250 miles, and so we're going, I don't want to do the public math, but we're going much further than that. But it's important, right? Because we want to get back to the moon. We want to see the surface. We want to see the far side of the moon, and the way we do that is by breaking distance.
Close to 1 million people are watching the NASA stream by now.
Depends on exactly when they launch, like the time, the day. So we'll learn more as we go into this 10-day mission with the Artemis 2 crew. But here we are, 32 minutes, 50 seconds and counting from the opening of our launch window. Feels really, really surreal here as more and more people.
How long is the launch window, by the way? I mean, they keep repeating that it's the opening of the launch window happening in 30 minutes. But how long do we potentially have to wait tonight? And what does Scarlett Johansson have to do with all of this? What's going on? What's happening? Okay, just some interviews.
Into the unknown. But you are not alone. We will be all cheering you on from planet Earth.
Hey, I'm Victor Wembanyama, and I play basketball in the NBA. But I'm not only interested in shooting hoops, I'm also interested in shooting stars, dark matter, and all other types of astronomical phenomenon. And to the Artemis 2 astronauts who are shooting for the moon, I wish them good luck and Godspeed.
Hi everybody, I'm Ryan Gosling and I play a biologist who goes to space to save the planet.
Oh my god. They got all of them. Okay.
The Artemis 2 astronauts are going to space for real and they will travel far.
Just publicity, I guess.
Sending all our best wishes to the Artemis 2 crew.
I just want to say how proud I am of each of you and how inspired you make me. But it's not just about me. Your mission is going to inspire future generations of scientists, engineers, athletes, and dreamers to do something that they never thought possible.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr., and I want to wish the Artemis 2 crew a happy and safe journey to the moon, well, around the moon.
Do you know this guy? I don't know him.
I know what you're doing. You got to look for a parking space. This is to go around the moon, make sure it's somewhere to park, and then you park, journey. Good luck.
It's actually a really good way to explain what how this mission builds. Again, we are hoping to land astronauts on the surface of the moon in maybe 2 years. So yes, we are looking around the moon on this lunar flyby mission to see where we might park. Thank you, Roy Wood Jr. Okay, and as we look at this live view of the rocket on the pad, there is a spectacular place here at Kennedy Space Center to watch launch from, and that's the Banana Creek viewing area. Why don't we go back there where the crowd is excited, and Leah has the best assignment ever, talking to people who are super excited about being here for Artemis 2.
Oh my gosh, Megan, you talk about the excitement being palpable. I'm telling you, everybody
30 minutes.
On pins and needles as we get just about half an hour away from launch. I've been walking around talking to people, and I'm just struck again and again by how many people are here from across the agency.
Not sure. I'm still trying to find out how long the launch window is. Can't find it really. 50 or 15? Oh, so short? Really?
NASA Glenn Research Center, Office of STEM Engagement.
Jennifer Becerra, Johnson Space Center, the Office of
Yeah.
Here we go, right back here.
Come on, they have to list it somewhere. Where is it? Overview?
Wes Furman from APL.
Science.
Maria Arredondo from headquarters, Next Gen STEM.
Mark Robinson, Stennis Space Center, Commercial Space.
Amira Flores, Armstrong, Office of the STEM Engagement.
Molly Kearns, NASA Glenn, Space Communications and Navigation.
Matthew Pierce, Goddard Institute for Space Studies in New York City.
Here we go, and right over here.
Lauren Ring, Ames Research.
Yeah, but there is a window. Like, there's a window. They don't have to start at L minus 0 or T minus 0, right? They still have some room to delay it for 10 minutes or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that made me so emotional. That was so inspiring to see. I mean, wow, yeah, that was great. I mean, just to hear everybody say their position, what they're doing to support this mission is amazing, and I'm sure this was something that
okay, so
really
I think I found it. The launch window is 2 hours.
Again, to see the workforce come together, to do the work, and then to be here for launch. So why don't we actually go over to him
And
now,
then there is another
one of our
on
other viewing locations.
All right, Megan, thank you so much.
tomorrow, and the day after there is another. And the next one is then at the end of April. The day after tomorrow, exactly. Good omen.
How will Artemis 2 set the pace for the coming years?
Well, I mean, Artemis 2 is the opening act, right? This is the test mission. This is getting very comfortable with the SLS rocket, the Orion spacecraft. No humans have ever flown this before, right? And we're going to put it through
The guy with the biggest ears in all of NASA history.
Okay, and then we are sending them, right? We're going to send them farther into space than any humans might.
But it's pretty cool guy.
50,000 miles away, and it's going to set up for the.
Hey Luis, welcome. Yo, good evening to all, and good flight to those guys and girls. Yes, thank you. We hope everything goes well. Glad that you could join.
And that is going to be filled with science discovery and tech demonstrations that's going to support the enduring presence we're trying to create on the surface.
Absolutely. So honestly, history-making years ahead of us, you know, with Artemis 3 and 4. But first is Artemis 2. What will be our single greatest takeaway from this mission?
Well, I'll tell
Don't
you, I mean,
know.
after ignition, to me, the moment that
I
I'm going to be most
don't
excited for
know.
is splashdown.
Let's
There's
try to find
no
it
question
out.
about that. Good shoots coming down off the West Coast. But look, I think the takeaway from this is gaining extreme comfort in the Orion spacecraft, right? I mean, this is very different than what we've done for more than a half century.
History,
right?
here
I mean,
we are.
The velocities that
It was Sean Duffy, exactly.
It's
But
going to be new territory
what is his
for us.
history?
We want to get our arms around that completely. So I would say
An American politician, attorney, and former television personality. Okay.
As a safe way as we possibly can, understanding what we are undertaking right here. Bring our crew back.
Doesn't sound like it
from
to
the
me.
vehicle set up for
No,
Artemis
he
3 in
was a
2027.
politician.
Right, and Administrator, we've actually had a pretty young audience today here, some kids running around the balcony. How do you hope Artemis 2 inspires
Nominated by the Orange
talk
Man.
about this all the time. Like, one of our, I think our overarching KPIs that we should always be tracking is the number
Yeah,
of people living
politician,
and
I
working
guess.
in space. Well, what's another strong number 2 on that one? It's the number of kids that are dressing up as astronauts for Halloween so that they grow up, that they're inspired to want to join in this grand endeavor, whether they come work with us here at NASA or they join in industry, but they're helping humankind.
Have you watched the Hail Mary movie yet? Yes, and I loved it. A funny story, while watching it, I always asked myself, I know that scene, I have seen it before. Was there some old movie about it that I have seen, or what's happening here? Then I went home and I realized that 5 years ago I was listening to the audiobook of it. And interestingly, I thought I had seen the scenes already, although I just have heard them in the audiobook, right? My memory told me I have seen it before. Yeah, but nice movie, for sure. Go watch it.
That will be watching over them in mission control, recovering this crew when they splash down off the West Coast. I have complete trust and confidence in your abilities. And everybody else who's not directly working on Artemis 2, Artemis 3 is coming up next year. When this mobile launcher gets back in the VAB, we're going to start stacking.
Wow, plenty of excitement ahead of us. Jared Isaacman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Of course. All right. And with that, let's get back to the countdown with NASA's.
So Artemis 3 is next year, he just said. So
minutes and counting from the opening
yeah.
of our 2-hour launch.
I think I know their cadence. They said they aim for every 10 months.
I see the clock. I am like, oh wow. Oh wow.
There are more people.
And previously the original plan for the Artemis program was every 3 years.
Now this first crewed test flight of NASA's Artemis program coincides with the 250th anniversary of our country's founders signing the Declaration of Independence. Exploration is a part of America's DNA, and it continues now with our return to the moon.
250 years ago,
oh my God, American history now, okay.
The greatest and most enduring democracy in the history of the world. One driven by courage.
She just said today is apparently also the 250th birthday of the signing of the Constitution.
By where we stood, but by how far we were willing to go.
Oh. If you trust what she says, then yes.
Light in the dark, and we rose from the earth. Faster, higher.
Have you seen the movie, Fluffles? Have you seen it? By the way, you still didn't answer my question, Fluffles, about what's your next movie that you are going to release? What's your next video?
The defining achievement of American superiority in space. Today, our curiosity.
Oh wait, are you Fluffles?
Ah,
okay. I just got confused for a moment. But you do you have a YouTube channel? Do you do videos? Yes, yes. Ah, okay.
But American exceptionalism isn't inherited. It's earned. Our greatness comes not only from what we've done.
It's also, you have to have fun doing it, otherwise it's too much effort. The editing and everything.
When it's reaching for something greater. America celebrates 250 years, and we are leading the world into the future.
So much space. Okay.
22 minutes 15 seconds and counting from Artemis to NASA's boldest test flight in a generation. The crew has said this.
So where exactly from Ukraine? Like troublesome area right now, or?
Kennedy Space Center got a surprise of a lifetime while watching that rocket roll to the launch pad.
So best of luck to you. Stay safe. Yeah. 21 minutes.
Did you see it? Okay, so everybody's looking at the rocket because it is kind of cool and impressive. One of the coolest things happening over there right now, though, is it's on top of a giant tractor.
Somebody left us and rejoined.
My favorite part was this one little girl, she had a question. She had patiently held her hand for a long time, and Christina turns to her and says, okay, what's your question? She just goes, I forgot. It was like, that's a perfect little kid moment.
Wait, are you my mother's cartoon astronauts?
Say that again?
Never mind. It's a little hard to say.
Okay, apparently inside the capsule they already dimmed the lights a bit. It's not as bright as before.
Isn't that so cute?
I love kids and their excitement and, you know, even just being real. Like,
We're closing in on 1 million viewers on the NASA live stream. Crazy. I mean, to be honest, I expected more. We still have 20 minutes, right? And we crossed 1 million just now.
And now take a look at all the people there getting ready to witness history together. It's something really special to be able to witness something like this.
Yeah, 13 million subscribers NASA has, yes. 1 million viewers on the live stream. I mean, there's a lot of people restreaming. I see, for example, Senkrechtstarter, a German guy, restreaming with 17,000 viewers. There is Everyday Astronaut with 62,000.
Was tracking an issue with the launch abort system battery. They appear to have.
Yeah, it's English versus German. You don't have a chance with just German audience. You have just Germany and Austria and Switzerland, and compared to the whole world, right? So. Yeah. They're streaming as well. So.
Launch window, and right now we are targeting the top of that launch window, so we could be launching here in about 19 minutes, Nicole.
Wow,
sorry, the what?
I don't know if I expected this today. I'm excited, and you know, I'm glad they were.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's for grip on the surface. I have no idea. Maybe it fits into some carvings on the walls, or you can better hook onto whatever is on the floor. I have no idea.
The first time in more than 50 years.
Yeah, you know, just so proud of the crew
Yeah.
and all of the teams here on the ground that made this happen. You know, they are carrying the torch from the Apollo era into the Artemis era. And, you know, as the crew likes to say, they want to be the shoulders.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah.
And let's see, GLS, can you help us with that, please?
They want to be the crew wants to be the shoulders that the next generation can climb on.
001.
You know, I think
Could imagine that they would have chosen a better camera and lens and whatnot for, I don't know, these perspectives. But yeah,
proud of them, we love them,
apparently not.
them, and we cannot wait to see
Yeah.
what they see.
Just leveraging everything we've learned so far as an agency, taking us from Apollo now to the launch pad here, 39B, with Orion and SLS poised to again fly us into the history books.
That's true, yep.
And before we leave you now here at the host desk to get back into operations, we just wanted to answer one question for you guys. We asked you earlier on today, what are you most excited for? And we asked you to go vote on Instagram and Twitch.
The one that was sitting on our table, at our table, or?
Twitch, you guys
What do you
said
mean?
lunar flyby, so
Ah, Mad
I
Lounge.
think you guys will all be
Or Space Shadow Zone?
17 minutes from the opening of our launch window
The
today. And so with that, as we
not
approach
sure.
Terminal
Let's
Town,
see.
let's send it back to
I
Daryl now.
can imagine that he does.
Daryl.
All right, thank you, Megan and Nicole, and just want to give you an update on the launch abort system that you just reported that they cleared. They believe they're convinced this is an instrumentation failure.
No,
so
he's not.
There are 2 batteries on the LAS. The LAS, of course, and with the help of my 2-year-old son's model rocket, Daniel said I could use this.
Oh, he achieved his goal. For a long time, he wanted to get to 100,000 subscribers. He's now at 103,000. That's awesome.
The rocket is something's going on with the rocket, either on the pad or in flight. 2 batteries are bad. Well, I'm sorry. One of the 2 batteries.
Let's see who else is streaming. Where can I see that?
And so they checked their data going back into the vehicle
Der Senkrechtstarter is streaming.
Recharged the batteries and worked on them. And they have
Everyday Astronaut is streaming. What about it? Of course.
Tells them that this is an instrumentation failure. That there's something wrong.
Crazy. What about it? Has only 5,000 viewers, while Everyday Astronaut has 100,000 by now. Crazy.
Launch commit criteria, which this would be one, and they all
That's
fully accepted it. So
it.
now we are clear as far as that constraint is concerned. And
At least
one
from
quick
my
thing as we
subscribed
count
channels.
down now, we are getting into the final minutes before liftoff. There's a 2-hour window. We haven't quite set the T0 yet, but this is a list of the cutouts. There are 150 cutouts that are included for this 2-hour launch window, and that's important. They're in very small print.
It looks like it,
That's
definitely.
important because there's basically 16 minutes inside this window that they cannot launch, and these are because of small things flying in orbit. There's a lot more things in orbit than there were
Interesting.
back in Artemis 1.
He just said that there is 16 minutes during this 2-hour launch window where they cannot launch because there are things like satellites crossing and stuff. Crazy.
As we go forward. So they may have to wait out one of these cutouts. They range in time between 2 seconds to 23 seconds, but you'll hear the NASA test director talk through that. We're getting ready to merge that loop from NASA test
Launch
director
Doom, where?
Jeff Spalding.
Sorry, where?
And so now I'm listening to the launch team get ready to merge.
Get it. It looks like the commander is playing Doom on his tablet there. Would be interesting to know what operating system is running on that tablet.
One of the most consequential phases of launch day, and that's terminal count, the final 10 minutes.
And OTC NTD on 212 for comm check.
Good, com. Help me.
Some custom build on top of a Linux kernel.
GTC is on 212. All right, copy that.
Yeah. It's NASA. Maybe it's open source. Who knows? Or it becomes open source at some point, maybe.
There will be 2 polls that we'll hear.
Yep.
One from Spalding, the NASA test director, confirming the ground systems and the launch team are ready to proceed.
Okay, I will make the audio of the stream a little bit louder because now it becomes more interesting what they're telling us. Let's refresh the page. It was only 3 seconds delayed. That's good.
On the NASA test director team. So we'll hear him poll his team. The other poll that we're waiting for is the poll from launch director Charlie Blackwell Thompson, who will take that final status from NASA management before giving the go to come out of a hold. And you're seeing the clock count down.
Exactly, they really want.
minutes.
I mean, everybody wants, right?
Earth1.
CCL.
Yes, sir. Reconfigure ARS primary loop ISO valves.
Copy, that's in work.
And CDR OTC Orion Earth1.
Go.
ARS loop ISO valves are being closed at this time.
Integrity copies.
NGDLP.
Go.
Yes, I had a discussion with CIS and with MER manager regarding the...
Yeah, it gets you off the ground, right?
They were able to confirm
So,
photos of the condition.
if something goes wrong, you still have the launch escape system. So, I think it's kind of safe, I would say.
From either a CIS or MER manager perspective.
It's very predictable, you just cannot stop it. It's super predictable, it just goes on and on until it's empty.
OTC, CCL 212.
OTC.
ARS primary loop isolation valve configurations complete.
Copy.
I try to avoid them when playing KSP as well. Yeah. I like liquid fuel more.
Cancel pending, please.
TLS copies, and that's complete.
All right, and for all personnel, we got a little bit more work to do before we pick up the clock, and we're about a little over a minute from getting to T-minus 10 minutes, but we've canceled the resume time there, and then we'll pick it up.
He also has 33 engines at the first stage, right? We only have 4 here. I think the SRBs, the 2 SRBs, provide 80% of the thrust at launch.
About 50
That's crazy.
seconds from now, we'll extend that hold.
CVSC OTC. CVSC 400 290. Looking to verify that we are configured for ascent.
Yep, give me about 2 more minutes. I'm going to start CMA2 streaming.
Okay, we should start the T countdown soon.
Copy that.
I have an LCC violation of O-CT.
No, that's not what we want to hear. We don't want to hear any violations.
This was a transient LCC violation, so transponder 1 had a demodulated SNR estimate that went down to 2 dBm when it should have been between 10 and 13. It is now back up to 12, but we did lose that for just a moment. It does not appear
Is that a fisher boat there coming in from the right at the horizon? It's that fisher guy from Norway. He came all the way there.
However, we do have a pre-planned contingency procedure if we want to look at that. But again, this is transient, so we're back in a nominal range.
Yeah, the T countdown hasn't started.
Yeah, we're not seeing that hit. So I guess the question for COSC, was that less than 3 samples? Was that below our persistence?
Stand by, let me look. It did look like it did persist for several seconds on mine, but let me take a look at the number of samples.
Could I get a repeat on the affected LCC, please?
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be O-CT-004.
Thank you.
No worries yet. We have still plenty of time.
Yeah, us taking a look at the data right here, looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, single sample. Let's just continue.
Does report that they also lost lock for about 5 seconds. So I would love to ask KUS and see if they also lost lock with the vehicle for any extended amount of period.
And COSE, while we're doing that, these are 1/10 hertz measurements, correct? So we would have had to lose it for over 10 seconds to get a second sample.
He just said it's 1/10 hertz, so 10 samples every second, I guess, and they lost 1 sample.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the allowance is effectively up to 30 seconds, up to 3 samples based on the 1/10 hertz.
Oh no, 1/10 hertz means every 10 seconds. Okay. Apparently every 10 seconds they get a sample of telemetry data, whatever they're talking about right now. And this guy just said, she said she lost 1 of them. And this guy just said it's in the allowance to lose at up to 3, so 30 seconds.
2 seconds.
I guess should be fine.
And I guess for both KUS and COSE, do we have lock now?
That's affirmed. We do have lock for COSE.
Ah, data is back there. Let's continue. Come on.
Yeah, so from the integration console perspective, we did have a temporary loss there within the allowable, and per the requirement, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. You heard it. Let's go. You heard the man. Let's go.
So with all of that, OSC, then are we in a go configuration per your LCC?
Yes, sir. Recommendation would be go.
Right. LP, you concur with that?
Yes, sir. LP concurs go.
And Launch Director?
Yes, sir. Launch Director concurs go.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else.
The L countdown is the launch countdown, so it starts at 9.5 hours with fueling the rocket, right? And then at at 10 minutes, it switches over to the T countdown, which is 10 minutes and kind of the last second preparation. It's called terminal because so L is for launch and T is for terminal.
290 is complete.
Copy.
And yeah, at I guess at the last some seconds of the terminal countdown, it even cannot be paused anymore because the internal flight computer takes over and
all right, and
it's just gonna happen.
Just want to verify we have no open constraints at this time.
No open constraints. We have a clear board, sir.
Okay, tracking the same here.
Yeah. This ship at the horizon there, it was really suspicious.
And ready to pick up the launch readiness poll with your go.
All right, sir.
I mean, how many times can he pull that off to say, "Oh, my engine malfunctioned. I wouldn't leave in time. I'm so sorry." At some point, they just have to say, "Okay, screw that guy." Then he's there. Who cares?
OTC is go.
STC.
STC is go.
GTC.
C's go.
MCO.
TO is go.
Yes, go. We have a lot of goes. That's good.
LP's go.
RTD.
RTD's go.
Houston Flight.
Houston Flight is go.
Rock.
Rock is go.
And CDR.
Crew is go.
Copy that. Thank you, Reed. And Launch Director NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
All right, NTD, I copy all. At this time, I'll perform my poll. Attention on the net. This is the Launch Director performing the final poll for launch.
Really?
Verify no constraints and go for launch.
Crazy.
EGS, Program Chief Engineer.
Artemis Chief Engineers will go.
Copy, thank you.
And still somehow they managed to pull it off, right?
Artemis
Yeah, crazy.
Are go.
Copy, thank you. Range weather.
Launch weather is go.
Yeah, I hear a lot of goes. Come on.
And Artemis, MMT Chair.
MMT's go.
Thank you, John. And Integrity Launch Director.
Good to hear your voice, Charlie. PLT.
Yeah, they had that sensor not delivering data, but they resolved it. It's back up, and now they are getting the go from everybody who is involved again.
This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity. All right, Charlie, your Artemis 2 crew is go for launch. Full send.
Yes.
I copy that. Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. On this historic mission, you take with you the heart of this Artemis team.
Just relaunch the countdown.
daring spirit of the American people.
Then you have 10 minutes to do your speech.
Across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis 2. Let's go.
And the countdown.
And into the Launch Director.
Go ahead, Launch Director.
What about the countdown?
Yes, sir. You have a go to proceed with countdown.
Copy that. I'll put it
Do
in
it.
work.
Do it.
CDR, NTD.
Go.
Your risers and initiate short purge per your EPROC 10.1.1, steps 8 and 9.
10.1.1, 8 and 9 going to work.
Copy. CVSE NTD, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Copy.
Okay. Well, there you heard it.
RSR NTD.
RSR.
They're getting ready to start terminal count.
AR rotation enable at this time, please.
It's currently at T-minus 10 minutes. Once we wrap up this last bit of work.
SNA arm rotation enabled complete.
We're going to start that clock.
Copy that. Thank you.
Integrity crew, close and lock visors.
What do you mean, the boosters or what? On stages, it's
real time with lock on
the boosters, the core stage, the interim stage, and the last stage. And if you count the capsule on its own, then it's 5. Yes.
S-band transmitter on the Orion. Worked through that issue, looked at the data, and cleared it.
I mean, how many times did he now say go, and we'll go for continuing the countdown? But what about the countdown?
Impressive work by the launch team. So we have a 2-hour window, which starts in just a few minutes at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time and goes until 8:24 p.m. Eastern Time.
And ECL NTD will be waiting for your verification on the short purge. ECL copies.
Yeah, 2-hour window. I don't think, hopefully we don't have to sit here for 2 more hours.
We'll verify that we are clear to go, and then we'll proceed with
would be a shame.
Terminal count.
Same. Haha, same.
ECL time estimate?
About a minute.
Copy.
All right, guys. When they resume the countdown, I'm going to hide the chat in the stream because we want to see everything, of course.
Not by much, it looks like.
Sometimes their camera placement is a bit annoying because it's right behind the chat.
And once that's completed, you'll hear NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding ask for the ground launch sequencer operator to go ahead and start the clock.
They are waiting for the launch window to begin to start the terminal countdown.
On top of the launch control system in the firing room, acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing.
Okay, 2 million viewers on the NASA stream.
It's all autonomous.
NTD CCL 212, short purge initiation is verified.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints. All right, and we're clear from cutouts. And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily. And CGLS, you can resume the clock on your mark.
GLS copies. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS mainline has been initiated.
Oh, 26 minutes. Come on. Wait, no, they had the wrong countdown on the stream, I guess.
6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. We are now counting down to liftoff of.
Yeah, they removed the wrong countdown
from now on. You're going to hear two voices on the loops. If everything goes nominally, NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding, who's directly managing the launch team, and Alex Bendelos, the GLS operator who closely monitors the software. He has the ability to stop and restart the countdown.
Behind the jet.
A lot of people ask about whether there's a launch button. There certainly is not.
Flight and Rock, our new T0
whether there is a launch button. Yeah, 12. Big red button.
Houston flight copies. 22:35:12.
Affirm.
There you heard confirmation of the exact T0, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Again, our T0 is 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. But as I was saying, there's no launch button. This is autonomous, But there is a button that keeps you from launching.
Exactly. There's a big red button. It does the opposite.
Pause the countdown outside of terminal count and during terminal count and submit a hold to the next holding point. So the clock won't stop right away. If there's an issue, we'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures the rocket and ground systems to a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed. But right now, we are counting down.
I was seeing one really nice graphic where it explained what happens at this T countdown in which stage and etc.
And
can't
there
find
you see
it
the
right
crew
now.
access arm moving away.
Launch countdown. Ah, maybe I have it.
That's the path that the astronauts took to ingress into the rocket.
Yeah, I found it. I found it. So we are at T-7. That should be okay.
Until
The
this
crew
point, that
arm
was their way
retracted
off
at
the path they needed
T-8.
to
At
evacuate.
T-6 we have
But now with
tank
that arm
pressurization.
the backup transitions to a launch abort system. And they'll begin
And
arming that
switching
shortly.
over to internal power.
Of course, the launch abort system, great shot there of the crew access arm retracting away. The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight. This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts.
Okay, next stage is at T-6, where we switch to internal power.
Starting at T-6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing that and other high-energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization.
Yeah, something could go wrong again with any valves not being properly sealed or whatever when they start pressurizing the tanks properly.
Go, the range is go, all systems are go.
GLS is go for core stage tank pressurization.
Okay, let's see.
That means the replenished
move the
valve
camera
for
away from the
liquid
people. We
hydrogen
want to
tank
see the
has now
rocket.
Closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank.
Okay, looks good.
We'll get the liquid
So
oxygen
what's
tank
next?
a little later in the count. Now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis II crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency.
Yeah, and that flight termination
listen in for that
system is
call.
armed at 4 minutes 30. So in
GLS verifies
45
last
seconds.
capability available.
And CDR, do you copy?
CDR copies, last available.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety
Soll ich
can
nochmal
send
aktualisieren?
flies too far
Nee.
off track. There's a brief built-in
Noch gleich.
delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts to safety first.
Hey, Feru, I'm still there. Nice. In KSP, the big launch button is the Z key.
The high flow
Yeah,
bleed
true.
check. That's so the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
Okay, that's good. So by now, the launch termination system is armed. Next is the 4-minute mark. It's go for auxiliary power unit on the core stage. So switching to its own power. Green Understream, ich bin auf dem NASA-Stream.
Go for core stage APU start.
Core stage APUs start. Those are auxiliary power units. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps.
Passt.
That
Na, ich
steer
bleib
the
jetzt bei dem.
RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen. Coming up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of
is terminating replenishing, so sealing it off. Then this purge sequence he just mentioned. And then at 2 minutes, booster switches to internal battery power.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good.
And of course now my headset wants some juice.
Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbaling of the engines.
Okay, back. Oh, now it gets interesting.
There are the 4 RS-25s, 3 of them shuttle heritage, 1 of them built from shuttle parts. And there you see them moving.
Crazy huge, yes. Okay, some last tests apparently. Gimbal tests.
Now we're going to start moving the power from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal. Taking ground power away and now going to battery power.
GLS is go for upper stage to internal power.
Okay, yes. Booster is switching to internal power now.
Upper stage.
Next up is the core stage, switching to internal power.
Same milestone for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right now, the 4-person Artemis 2 crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
And an interesting thing is at T-minus 30 seconds, the flight computer is switching to automated launch sequencer. That cannot be...
Which houses 3 flight computers.
It's totally automated then. Just an automated sequence.
There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
One minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
Now the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched.
Why have they hidden the countdown? What's going on?
And here we go. 10.
Okay,
9,
they're going.
8,
10, 9, 8.
7,
Igniters initiated.
4, 3, 2,
4 engines firing and booster ignition.
And
Haha, nice.
The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
There we go.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
Yeah, it's crazily fast taking off.
Integrity, AMT high.
All due to those 2 solid rocket boosters.
Integrity passes the alternate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on the 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Nice. And they should reach max Q soon, I guess.
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
Approaching max Q. Looks quite okay so far, I would say.
Have you the same?
communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
No?
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed
Why?
time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%, ahead of solid rocket booster separation.
Yeah, they throttle down the engines to separate the boosters soon. I would have expected that they have some nice cameras, except for this shitty shaking amateur video. What's going on?
Main engines throttle.
Oh, we didn't even see the booster separation. Come on, NASA, you can do better. Ah, finally! Now they show it! What?
Upper stage RCS ready. Copy all, Stan. Integrity, SM priming complete. SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. Thrusters on Integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation. Minutes into the flight. Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000.
Yeah, that's the camera views that we want to see. Whoa, fairing separation. Nice. Yeah, no, by SpaceX in 480p or something.
For launch abort system jettison.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view. Copy jettison, Team Eco 8+02. We see the same on board, Stan. And Houston has you loud and clear on TDRS at the Carmen line. Outstanding, Stan, we have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks.
I just thought there was some explosion or something, but the guy just lost focus.
Main engine cutoff confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
Main engine cutoff soon. Nice. Also, like, SpaceX does it much better with overlays on the stream, showing you like speed and altitude and all that kind of stuff. What's here? Here you get nothing. You get some shaky ground camera, some guy, random guy, doing with his camera or whatever.
Integrity, GPS
That's strange.
Processing. Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
If we could only see it. That would be amazing.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and
that can do the camera
finishes internal checks
work.
and sends to navigation channels.
Yeah.
Integrity, 3 engine press. 3 engine press.
On time now, passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330
Yeah, no
miles
data
downrange,
really. It's
approaching 10,000
they have the
miles per
data. Why
hour.
don't they just show it? Crazy. I don't get it. Yeah, you can tell.
Good at 6 minutes.
That's really strange.
Good
Yeah, they do it
trajectory
like
and
that.
engine performance. Booster officer will soon
Yeah,
report the
true.
shutdown
Oh, look
plan
at that!
before Director
Now
Joe
finally we get
expected at the
something.
7-minute mark. Integrity, 78 miles in altitude, 460 miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
It's at 5 or 6, yes.
Integrity copies, nominal shutdown.
Six minutes, 40 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. Again, the time of MECO was confirmed at 8 minutes, 2 seconds into the flight.
8 minutes, 2 seconds, okay. I'm trying to find the timeline somewhere, but it's not so easy to find.
7 minutes of mission elapsed time. Throttling down as we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark. Now 84 miles in altitude, 650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
Integrity, AOA open.
AOA open.
The window is now open for an abort once around option that would target splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Still following nominal ascent at this time.
Abort.
About 10 seconds remaining until the main engine cutoff of the Space Launch System core stage. Standing by for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
They're gaining good velocity, 17 kilometers a second already. How much do they need? 24 or 28? 24, right? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Why? They always only switch to the interesting cameras after the action already happened. What's going on with that?
We see the same on board, Stan.
Yeah, really. Maybe for security reason, if something happens, they don't want to broadcast it live. I don't know.
The right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job on the Space Launch System upper stage,
I'm more
the
confident.
Cryogenic Propulsion Stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft. Nine minutes of mission elapsed time. Integrity crew of Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
I found at least some graphic that showcases some stuff. So 8 minutes in, we have MECO that we already saw. The next step is at... Oh my god, it's so small.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
Yeah, there was the core stage separation after the MECO. Now we're flying with this one. And
the crew that the,
at 49 minutes is the...
as expected prior to booster ignition.
Let's wait a second. Yeah, okay. At 49 minutes, this stage will fire again to raise the apoapsis. That's it. So nothing's gonna happen for the next 40 minutes, I guess. That is also where I will at least call it a day. And yeah, thank everybody for watching and joining and being here in the Discord. That was amazing. And yes, with that, maybe at least stop the stream. Yeah, you're very welcome. What really nice that you joined here. Super cool. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more KSP and KSA content. And also, as you can now see, real life launches, the important ones at least. I guess the next one is going to be the Starship Flight 12 on 7th of April, only 1 week in.